Well, hey YouTube, so today guys, we're back here with another product review, and today we have a review here of the WiMiUS 4K action camera. This comes with a 16 megapixel camera, up to 4K 30 FPS footage. You got a nice 170 degree angle camera, so there's a lot to love here. So let's open this thing up and let's see exactly how this thing works here. So I'm a fan of the packaging. It has an optical illusion like effect here on the camera. I do see that. And it's very cool looking. Here's the camera right here, obviously. To actually unbox this, I'm going to have to kind of pull the case off like this. There's no easy way of doing this, unfortunately. That's kind of a fact of life here. These boxes are kind of made to be kind of done, you know what I'm saying? Kind of just pushed around like this a little bit. So, not too bad. Put that over here with the other box here. And what you have here is your actual camera here. So this is over $100 for this action camera, which they did send me for review here. So I do expect this to have some type of quality here. I mean, I reviewed $50 to $60, not microphones, but, action cameras in the past, and I've actually been surprised by how the quality has improved over the years. So this is an over $100 camera, so I gotta see if that improvement is across the board, or is that just with the low-end technology. So you have a bunch of different accessories here. This is your mounting equipment. Got some Velcro straps, and I actually could use these Velcro for other things. Include this, obviously this, but there's actually other things out there I do the Velcro for. You see this thing over here? I could use some Velcro for that thing. Another mounting piece here. This is the a spare cover for the action camera. This is another piece for your needs there. Don't know exactly what that piece does. You do have a spare battery in here. I do like that. I'm a fan of that indeed. You actually have two spare batteries in here, which leads me to believe it's not spare per se. It probably does not ship with one inside the camera. There is safety regulations on that, so I see a lot of companies, especially ones that import from China, I see them doing that. So I would not be surprised if that's the case here. Another accessory here. Here's your charging cable / data connection cable. This appears to be a micro USB, which would be big because I'm used to using the mini USB cables and I don't like them as much. You have some mounting stuff. This appears to be the 3M tape on that side. Not sure about that though. This is another piece you could use to mount. Once again, you got a lot of pieces in here. I'm impressed about how much comes in here. Another piece here. I'm overwhelmed about the amount of cables. And you have this here. I'm not sure what this is. It appears to be a bottle cap. This looks like a bottle cap. I mean, I cannot tell what else this would be used for. So, keep diving in here. Here's your instruction manual here. Thank you. I'll be using that later. You have a warranty card here. Cool. You have, this is a wrist strap for your wrist. Put that here. And you do have a carrying case. Put that here. Then you have, this is to clean off the lens of the camera here. So, like my lens right here is a little dirty. So I may use this later on. But for now, this is all you need to know. It cleans off lens caps. So that part is now empty here. So I'm gonna close that up here. And let's move on to the actual action camera. So this is indeed the last thing in here, which is not too surprising to me. So, it's not always the easiest thing in terms of pulling this thing out. You don't want to like destroy it, but I don't see another way other than just pushing. Oh wow, it came out. So here is the action camera here. It does come within one of these action shells here. This will protect it, from fall damage and all that different stuff in here. So, I do like to take these things out of their protective layers here, because to get a closer look at the item here, you do want to be able to take a better look at it, and the only way to do that is by pulling off the protective shell on it. So this is a very nice looking shell. I'm surprised it's all white. I'm used to it being in more of a transparent color, if you know what I'm saying. So here's the action camera here. It's definitely in terms of the actual materials used to make this thing, you could tell it's a step up from other cameras I've reviewed. You could just tell it's a higher quality material. So I'm going to leave that protective shell on the case for now. I'm going to presume there's no battery in here. Let's take a look in here. Let's see here. There we go. So as you can see, there's actually no battery in here. I'm not I'm not surprised by that. That's to be suspected here. So it does come with 2 batteries over here. So I'm gonna take one of these batteries here. Let's unbox it. So here's your battery here. It's time to plug this bad boy in. So plugged it in here. You see this strap here? It appears this is meant for pulling out the battery here, so don't touch that. Sometimes when they make these batteries, they make it so that there's a protective layer on the actual battery, so it doesn't work until you remove it. But in this case, the 3 pins I showed you before, they are not being covered by anything, so I think we're good here. So at this point, now let's turn the thing on here. I like how there's not too many buttons on here. I gotta assume that white button turns it on. I'm gonna hold it down for a couple seconds here. So that did work. So here's the actual camera, guys. Surprisingly, this made the same sound that my action camera makes when it turns on. So there appears to be some type of similarities there between the 2 cameras here. So I think we should do a little video test here. I'm going to make that a separate video because I don't want to waste you guys' time. I'm going to be recording a video right now in 1080p. I'm going to record it right now. But if you want to see how it turned out, that's going to be in the next video. So we'll have a link down below to the actual footage here. But let's start recording here. So it is asking me to plug in a SD card. That's pretty standard for these things. So I do have a micro SD card in here. Let me pull it out, guys. I will be right back. Give me one moment here. One quick thing, guys. Take a look at the screen here. The screen here is actually a beautiful screen. This is about a 2-inch screen here, but it's actually very clear. I'm very impressed with this camera so far. I'm very impressed here, but like I said before, let me pull out the SD card. Give me one moment. So guys, there's a little hole right there. You kind of open it like that. Then the micro SD card slot will open up at that point here. So let's pull it in now. Well, I'm actually wrong about that. That's not where you put it. That's where the that's how you charge it. So let me keep looking here. So it's possible this could be where the battery is here. So let's it's possible it's under the battery, or it's possible it's next to the battery. So I'm gonna pull out the battery compartment again here. Let's see. I don't see it. So give me one moment, guys. I'm gonna find it for you. Don't worry. Give me 1 second, okay? So yeah, it's right next to the battery slot. It's in there. Can you see that? It's not easy to see, but I'm gonna go install it right now. Okay, guys, just installed the micro SD card here. I'm gonna turn the camera back on now, and we're gonna do a little test here. You're gonna hear it from my perspective here. And then we're gonna refer to the second part of this video. We can compare the 2 videos here. So it's at 1080p at 60 FPS mode right there. So let's hit power. So the recording has now begun, guys. And yeah, so we're gonna do about a 1-minute test here. So I'm gonna move around the room here as I talk to you right here. So what's up, guys? This is the review here of the WiMiUS L3, right? L3? Yeah, L3 4K action camera. This video is being filmed in 1080p 60 FPS mode. I could have done this in 4K mode, but that would be in 30 FPS. And at the same time, 4K mode on budget products like this, I wouldn't expect it to be too good. And I do want to put this thing in the most positive light I possibly could. So I do believe the best way to accomplish this here is by doing the following here. So yeah, here's my setup right here. This is how it looks like here. And yeah, I mean, this has a very, very nice looking screen here. Based on what I can tell, it could be a higher quality device than I have here as possible. And if that is the case, I have no problem switching over to this device here. But based on the footage I am seeing right now, there's a possibility this has better visual quality than my this is my KD Lynx dash camera. If so, I'll switch to this because this is a dash camera. I had to manually convert it using crazy programs to make it work. This is natively a dash camera, while this is an actual recording camera. So if the visual and the audio, I mean, I don't need this to have good audio. I can use the audio from my headset right here. I plug it into my computer here. So that's really all I have to do here. I do hope there's a webcam mode in here. We're going to test it out a little bit later on here, guys. We're going to find out if there's a webcam mode, because if there's a webcam mode, which most, not all, but most dash cameras and web cameras and action cameras have, then you can easily get this thing to work here. So overall, I do hope you guys enjoyed that. Back to the actual video here. Thank you and bye. So, just finished making that recording, guys. So, we're going to now test for if this thing has a dash, my bad, I mean a webcam mode. How you test for that is you take out the daisy transfer cable, which should be around here somewhere. So where is that? I remember seeing that cable before, right here. So when you plug it in, the device should give me a prompt for if you want to convert this to a webcam mode or PC mode. So the terminology, the pronunciation, how they say that can change. So let's plug it in here. Give me one moment here. The component, the spot is right here. So there is two different cable slots. One's a micro USB, one's a mini. I don't see a mini USB cable slot, which is kind of annoying. That probably means I'm gonna have to supply my own. But hopefully I don't have to do that to get this thing to work. But it may be the only way to get the webcam mode to work is get a mini USB cable, which I do have them lying around here. So let's see what happens. Yes, guys. Okay, so do you see my screen right here? Give me one moment here. Give me one moment here. So it has a mass camera mode, and then a PC camera mode is available. So I don't know how to navigate this menu. Well, that was a power button. That was not correct. But this is significant news, guys. This is significant news. Give me one. Well, okay. Give me 1 second, guys. So I'm gonna make this cable longer here because you can't see what I'm doing here. I do want you to be able to see this. This is quite significant because it does have a PC camera mode, which means you can use this thing as a PC camera, which is something I was hoping for. I wasn't sure if it was the case, but now it's been confirmed, and that's significant news because this is a pretty damn good looking device here. I'm gonna plug it back in here. It's also significant, guys, because it takes a micro USB connection. It's not dependent on mini USB, which is not as commonly used, and it's something my dash camera uses. My dash cam uses mini USB, and I don't like that because it's an older device, and I don't have as many cables. I don't have as many mini USB cables. So let's plug it back in now. One moment. So plugged it back in. And you see that? It says action camera or PC camera here. I don't know how to navigate this menu here. Is it? Oh, this is a touchscreen. My bad. I didn't know that. It's a touchscreen. So PC camera's on right now. My laptop has picked up the recording here. So this is very, very, very significant news. I can now use this as a webcam, guys. So this is what's gonna happen, guys. I think I've gone over this enough here. So what's gonna happen? I'm gonna have footage down below, right? And I'm gonna switch to this as my webcam. So I'm gonna put it up here, and it's gonna be from the exact same position my webcam is from now. So we can do a true comparison here regarding what's the better device here. So overall, I'm pretty happy with this thing so far. I'm gonna test the visual quality right now. But yeah, overall, guys, there's a reason why this has fantastic reviews. This seems like the real deal here. We will find out soon about the truth about that. So overall, we do hope you enjoyed that video. If you do want to buy this thing, I'll have a link down below. Part 2, I'm going to upload part 2 in a couple minutes. It's going to be a part 2, you know? We hope you enjoyed that video. Thank you, bye.